60 days ago, I received 20% equity in a 15-car Turo startup with a goal to expand as fast as possible across America. Well, today, I'm back in Denver, Colorado, where this business is headquartered, to break down our journey growing from 15 cars, some of the struggles we faced along the way, and finally, how much money we've made so far. To start things off, we're driving out to manager Tiago's house, who helps manage all of the Denver Turo cars, from cleaning between trips to inspecting for damage, doing repairs, or finally airport deliveries. Is this where you keep all the Turo cars?
Not minority. Here is just cars that they're not rented for the next 3 days.
Which of these cars are actually yours or the ones you're managing?
My personal one, I manage this, Aaron's managed that one. Prius, also Aaron's the Escape.
Kind of a lot of them are yours here.
And even more at the parking lot.
Ladies and gentlemen, we just made it to the airport, and all of these cars you see right here are cars that need to go out on trips later today. So there's a lot of work to do, I guess, right?
Oh, you have no idea. We work really hard and we have to make sure everybody is set, the cars are well maintained. I check these cars every single trip, at least the oil level and the battery.
It's gotten to a point where managing all the Turo cars has become nearly a full-time job, and literally 2 months ago, Aaron was doing all of the car management, and now you've stepped into more of like a customer service role, correct?
Yeah, so we actually brought Tiago on to do a lot of the hands-on work because he's actually a car mechanic himself, and he makes sure that the cars are cleaned in between trips. So I've been doing more of the like customer service side and making sure especially that we handle all the damage claims, because when you have 30 plus cars on the platform, naturally you're going to have a lot of claims. Yeah, so we recently had a damage claim on the blue Subaru Outback right here. Small dent on the door.
Damage claims, expensive car repairs, these are all issues we've had in the last 30 days managing the Turo fleet. But despite these problems, we made our first $40,000 in 1 month in revenue, hiring loads of new employees to scale to 6 figures in monthly income. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now day 2 of this video. Today is also a very exciting day because Aaron has this new car right here. We're going to be dropping it off in Tiago's hands for him to manage it.
Yeah, this is a Kia Sorento, which do very well on Turo. This one we got a really good deal on. It was like $10,000.
Lately, we've experimented with buying Turo cars from auction, getting a Kia Sorento, Nissan Murano, Volkswagen Tiguan, Subaru Crosstrek, and BMW X1, all thousands of dollars below KBB value. The only issue with auction vehicles is you aren't allowed to test drive them whatsoever, so you're either going to get a great deal on a car or your car is going to end up like this. So guys, unfortunately, I have some bad news. This car behind me that we got from an auction needs a new alternator.
Now it's on. All this digital instrument cluster was off. Even if I try to start, it's not recognizing the key or anything. So the battery is new. The thing is, we just drove back and forth and now it's completely dead because the alternator is not charging up.
So Aaron just requested a tow truck, but Tiago just got a very good idea. You're gonna take the battery out of this car and then put the Tiguan battery, which is more charged up, into this car, and hopefully we can make it back. That seems risky, but
we'll probably get halfway.
Yeah, bro. This is an interesting idea because there's a good alternator on this thing. What if you just take the alternator out of this car?
It won't fit. Maybe you should apply for University of Mechanics.
After completing the battery swap, Tiago drove away. Good luck, man. Tiago's a crazy guy, but I respect it. I wish this dude the best of luck. Hopefully he makes it back. He made it like 10 feet.
Hey, man, I took like 10 feet.
10 feet?
10 feet, yeah. Come on now. It's not going.
It's not going at all?
It's not going. You put it in drive, it just...
Is that alternator or is that something different?
Gotta take a look, but that's weird. It just put a new battery, but doesn't have any power.
So we got the car towed, thankfully for free with Aaron's insurance. I'm happy this tow is free.
Yeah, thank you, Liberty Mutual.
Liberty Mutual's the GOAT.
Hey, you guys have
Appreciate it, thank you. Rest in peace, guys. Hopefully we figure out what's wrong with this thing. On this day, we were supposed to deliver all 5 auction cars to Tiago, only to find out most of them had issues. So while I break down how much this is going to cost us, this video is sponsored by JoinKudos.com, who helps the average user save over $750 per year, and in honor of Black Friday is giving away a $10 Amazon gift card. As you guys can see, this new Nissan Murano alternator is going to cost about $150. The new oil pan for the Tiguan is $80, and the Subaru Crosstrek also needs a new radiator fan, which is nearly $100. While purchasing all these car parts, I had the Kudos browser extension installed to maximize credit card rewards and also hidden car benefits like purchase protection or traveler's insurance. To get started, started, users just need to pick their cards from the over 3,000 that Turo supports, and if you guys sign up with my link down below, you get a $5 Amazon gift card within 72 hours of making your first purchase. Also, be sure to enter my code TheFinancialWolf_BF during onboarding, and now let's hear about this auction incident and how it happened.
Basically, the way that auctions work is they don't give you adequate enough time to completely inspect every single inch of the car. And so we would be buying a few cars and they'd be coming out, and within a month, something major might happen. We have to communicate that to the client. Obviously, they're not super stoked about that because we say, hey, we just bought you a car at a really good deal. And then a week later, oh, by the way, there's a $2,000 repair that needs to happen.
All of our cars get warranties on them immediately. And when any major repairs come up, they get covered for just a $100 deductible. The only catch is if something breaks within 30 days, the warranty hasn't set in yet. So because buying the cars from auction was mostly our idea and we didn't expect any major repairs, we paid for most of the client car repairs, such as a new alternator on the Murano, a new oil pan on the Tiguan, a ton of brake jobs, and a new radiator fan. Another major expense we had last month was employees. It is now the morning of day 3, and every single morning on Mondays at 9 a.m. we have a company meeting now. So tell us, who's on the call so far?
So far we've got all of us, and then we got Joe and Oren, one of our sales reps. So gotta make sure everybody else gets on.
On top of the $2,000 we spent on car repairs last month, payroll is another major expense at $9,300 per month. That's a lot of money, but outsourcing things like sales, mechanical work, or accounting has allowed us to focus all of our time on growing the fleet, buying new cars every week. So guys, we're now leaving to go take a look at a potential Turo car. This car is a 2017 Jeep Renegade. Do you know how many miles it has on it?
It's listed for $14,800, and it's got 85,000 miles on it, which is pretty good.
So we drove about 20 minutes and started our full day of car shopping.
I'm Chris.
I'm Will, good to meet you.
Why are you guys selling it?
I'm a mechanical engineer. I buy a car once in a while and fix it.
Okay. How long have you guys had it for?
Yeah, I have it for like a month and a half.
That was the first of many red flags.
I'll say your girlfriend was saying that she was trying to sell it to me, at least what she was saying was $13,500 with it missing a spare. And
We're gonna take 900 down?
yeah. Do you think she would do 13 for it?
I can do 13, but I have to go take her to dinner. I go like make her happy for a whole day. You know that how much gonna cost me?
Yeah, I mean, I think for 13 it's probably a pretty good deal.
They go for over 15.
Yeah, I know that some of them can go pretty high.
No, this car is worth over 15.
If she's willing to do 13, the only thing I do want to do is I have a buddy down the road that is a mechanic. Can we take it there and have him look under the hood?
So we test drove the car to the repair shop.
You're wasting your money. Just go take it for a spin because the car is perfect.
I was wondering if you guys have any availability to do a pre-purchase inspection.
Was I on the phone with you?
I think so.
Okay, I was like, there's another one? Yeah, if you can pull it around, we'll get you all set up.
And after dropping the car off for a pre-purchase inspection, we went to Starbucks, had a coffee date, and heard the dark news from the mechanics.
I probably wouldn't buy this car. One, there's like a coolant leak probably somewhere coming from one of the hoses. More concerning is the oil leak coming from the back. You'll see it up underneath. Brakes are not looking very good. The venture's all leaking. It's like, I don't know if you noticed, but it didn't want to start because they're missing part of like the battery terminal on the negative side, so that's loose. You're at 90,000 miles, and that's typically when you get a lot of these big service items. So here's one of the things. So you got this visual that's coming between the transmission and the motor. Typically that's the rear main seal. There's oil all up underneath the intake manifold.
The mechanic pointed out thousands of dollars in repairs, making the $75 inspection price well worth it. And our buddy wasn't happy.
I'm gonna take it to the dealership, Jeep dealership. I'm gonna tell them check the shocks, check the head gasket, check all the leaks. And if they say, how will your body say? I will apologize for you.
He's extremely thorough, very OCD, so he sees every little nook and cranny.
But that just means that our search for the next great Turo car must continue, but this time at a Toyota dealership. So Chris, have you found any cars you like?
I'm kind of interested in the 2015 Honda Pilot because it's going for only $15K. I mean, the thing on KBB is worth significantly more, so I don't know what the catch is. There's a catch. There's always a catch. So we got to find out what the catch is.
But it's worth looking at.
Absolutely.
Turns out the catch was the car had a bunch of hail damage.
Okay, so here's the dent in the front. What do you think? And there's another dent somewhere, right?
There.
Up here, okay.
Right here. It's clearly hail damage.
This was a potential Turo car for Chris to buy, since right now Chris has 2 Turo cars, Aaron has 2 cars, and I also have 2 personal cars. The rest of the 25 cars are clients who pay us a setup fee to find find them a car for Turo, get it set up on insurance, get a warranty, and also manage it for a 30% cut. Right now, about 50% of our revenue comes from management, and the other 50% comes from getting people set up with new cars since we're growing so fast. Sadly, we didn't end up buying the dented up Honda Pilot for Chris, but we found a Mazda CX-5 for our client Michael, along with a Nissan Rogue with Tiago's approval.
So Tiago, what do you look for when you inspect cars for Turo?
I look for leaks, I look for mileage, the maintenance. That's not what I want to see. They probably did this transmission one time. There's a bolt coming apart. Hey, we got a free bolt.
Oh no! Where's that from?
That is between the transmission and the engine.
Luckily, from Tiago's inspection and double checking the Carfax, we were able to figure out the transmission on the car was previously replaced and the bumper had some minor damage.
So one thing Tiago noticed is this right here. This means
any gap, anything difference on the line of the body. So it definitely was in an accident. So right here, since I had that impact, I gotta make sure everything was replaced correctly. If something's just hanging about to break loose, not even.
So you're finding some loose screws here.
No used car is going to be perfect. The key is knowing what's wrong with it and having knowledge of upcoming maintenance. We ended up buying both the Mazda CX-3 and the Nissan Rogue within the range of Kelley Blue Book value, which is rare for a dealership nowadays. And now that we've added these 2 new vehicles to the fleet, I want to break down exactly how much profit we made in October, along with how much the average client makes. So that $46,000 in revenue figure includes client payouts of roughly $21,000, meaning the average client earns about $840 a month. That brings our total Turo business profit for October to $13,700. And as for our clients, well, after maintenance expenses, car wash expenses, the warranty, and of course insurance, they're looking at about $550 a month profit. So on that note, the link to our services will be down below, along with our YouTube channel where we do a weekly podcast.
Roughly how much do you pay in rent?
With or without utilities?
With utilities.
I think last month was $65.
$65 a month rent.